What is going on, YouTube? PPS back here. It is the 23rd of June, coming at you live with our YouTube Play of the Day video. And yeah, we're talking an absolutely amazing run right now. Like I said, it's been a fun ride over the last 3 weeks or so over here on the channel. Even if you look back into our last like 8, right, where I think we're like 6-1 in our last 8. Or last 7. Overall, we are on a 28-8 MLB run over the last 3 weeks. So obviously, I'm very, very happy about that. Um, uh, so that was a very easy winner too. Like it wasn't even a sweaty one. Yankees first 5 over 3.5 -115. We said we would see some home runs. I believe we saw 2 or 3 in the first 5. Judge goes yard twice. Obviously, right now he's a cheat code. Right now he's just crushing the ball, and I believe he hit one off of the ceiling of that dome. So that's pretty crazy to think about that a guy can actually have that much power to put one almost out of the stadium. So we're looking at here 2 spots today for our YouTube Play of the Day video. I will have a write-up for Pine today as well. And also, I think you guys saw that I do have an upcoming video coming at 1 o'clock. Hopefully, you guys are able to join us. I will be joined by my friend, Evan Krasinski, pitcher for East Carolina. Obviously, East Carolina was a team we rode in the Supers pretty hard. Former pitcher for East Carolina, former pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals throughout their minor league system, and actually got all the way up to AAA with them. Just wanted to kind of do it just because I've been seeing a lot of people almost like when they get mad about losses and stuff like that, where I kind of have a different perspective on sports and with like players and stuff like that, just because I worked in minor league baseball. I've played with a lot of minor league guys. I've played with a lot of big league guys, right? So I have a different perspective. I want you guys to see that perspective, and that these guys are just dudes, right? They're guys. They're cool guys, and they're guys that I want you guys to meet and be able to kind of interact with. I'll be going live specifically on YouTube here today at 1 o'clock, so hopefully you'll be able to join me there. Bring some questions if you want. Not sure if we'll get to all of them. I'm trying not to keep them too long. I know they have a game, I believe, tonight. So I want to make sure that we get in and out of here 45 minutes or so and get right into it. So without further ado, we are heading over to the biggest series of the week, right? So we have the Astros in Yankee Stadium. Give me the Astros first game of this series. I like this spot a ton. Framber Valdez facing off against Jameson Taillon. And I'm a big Framber Valdez guy. I love the way he pitches. And he's going to be heading into the Little League Park that is Yankee Stadium. I love this pitching matchup on my Astros side here. Obviously, the Yankees have power, right? There's nothing denying that. They're actually number 1 in home runs versus lefties so far this season. But Framber Valdez has been an absolute dog on the road this year. 1.61 ERA in 44 innings pitched, 151 batting average allowed, and even keeping his whip low as well. So I really like the spot that he obviously has got a little bit more comfortability on the road this season. Even his lefty-righty splits, they're not bad either way, right? So you have a 211 average to lefties, 220 to righties. The K rate is around 20% for both. And we're really not seeing any side kind of give him that hard contact that we're worried about. Going into his batted ball profile here, he's only got a 3% barrel rate. The MLB average is 6.7. We get a ton of weak contact. He gets 23% higher topped percentage rate than the MLB average, which means they're hitting it to the ground, obviously. He has a 56.7% top ball, batted ball area right there. So, I mean, just coming down on the ball and topping it. 68% ground ball rate, only a 9% fly ball rate, which in Yankee Stadium is what you need to do, right? Lastly, we're talking about Valdez. The Yankees score the most percentage of runs off of their home runs, right? That's how they score their runs. Framber Valdez has allowed two homers on the road this season in 44 innings pitched and only 4 in 83 innings pitched. This guy keeps the ball on the ground. He runs that heavy bowling ball type sinker, and gets you just to roll over that baseball, right? Jameson Taillon, obviously 44% ground ball rate. That's not bad, but in a lineup like this, you're going to have a tough time navigating through these lefties and righties, right? Most of the Yankees' power is the right side. You don't really have that in the right here with the short porch and right with Jordan Alvarez. That dude could literally break his bat and hit one out of there, right? Kyle Tucker from the left side. Obviously, Altuve, Bregman, Brantley. This lineup is good. And I think that this is a lower scoring game, but I will take Framber Valdez to keep the power hitting Yankees on the ground, bring over that big overhand curveball, and let that sinker go to work here. So love the spot for the Astros. First 5 plus half a run. Give me them on the run line, minus 130. Heading into my biggest play so far of the day, and this is an absolute smash spot in my opinion. 1.5 unit play on the Braves team total over 4.5. We have Alex Wood on the bump for the San Francisco Giants. Obviously, this game is in Atlanta. And the Braves just had to deal with one of the best guys, my favorite guy in the league right now, Carlos Rodon. We're bringing 98 with that hammer slider. Now you get to hang out with Alex Wood, who gets absolutely torched by right-handed batting, right? 183 batting average to lefties, 294 to righties, 416 slugging, 350 on base. A lot of stuff to like here. And he's given up 5 homers in 49 innings to righties so far this season. On the road, we've seen 4 homers in 36 innings. So I really, really like this spot with all these righties in this lineup. A guy giving up a 291 batting average at that slugging, having to face off against Acuna. You got Austin Riley there. Dansby Swanson found his power stroke. There's just so much pop. Duvall. You even got, like I said, Austin Riley, man. This lineup is filthy and is very, very good versus left-handed pitching. Obviously, everybody knows to take them against righties for strikeouts. But the Yankees are number 1 in home runs against lefties. But the Braves are 3rd, but have the best batting average of the top 3 teams. 261 batting average versus lefties this season. 29 homers in 651 at-bats. We're seeing runs scored on this side. They have an outstanding 813 OPS versus lefties this season. That is elite. I believe that is top 3 in the MLB right now. Number 2 in the MLB behind the Chicago White Sox. There's a lot of pop here. This ball is going to be flying out of the yard. This is an early game. I love this spot. And the Giants just blew all of their top relievers yesterday and blew the game, right? Their bullpen was trash. I don't see Rodon's numbers coming out of Alex Wood today. Braves are going to smoke these dudes. Obviously, yesterday's game was demoralizing. You put your ace out there and your bullpen blows it. And it wasn't even close. Jake McGee just got absolutely nuked, right? And that's another lefty coming out of their pen. So give me the Braves team total over 4.5. I wouldn't be surprised to see at least 3 homers on the Braves side alone today. And I think this game gets a little bit out of hand here, and we might see some fielders pitching here. So I love the Braves first 5 team total. I always usually do first 5 team total. But this is a full game team total over 4.5 for 1.5 units. Hopefully you guys have been riding this run with me, and hopefully you have been able to make some money with me as well. If you have, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know when we go live. Remember, we have our interview with Evan 1 p.m. today. Join in on that. It'll be a fun little interview there. It'll be fun, more of a podcast type of talk there, just because he is a buddy of mine here. But I want you guys to be able to see that different side of the athletes that we have, right? So Astros, first 5, run line, plus half a run, minus 130. Braves, team total over 4.5, 1.5 units. Lock these in. Let's cash. We're getting to that 30-8, right? 28-8 run over our last 2 weeks. Let's get it to 30. It sounds way better. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys are the best. Hopefully I'll see you guys here in the live section today over here on the YouTube channel at 1 p.m. So thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day, and best of luck on your bets.